有沒有發現，就是說我們身邊有很多的這個太太是中國人或者亞洲人，然後呢，先生是美國人，這樣的組合，就不知道為什麼很多都會有我們前幾期的節目分享的這種情況，就是他們是 ADHD， 然後我們神經是比較typical 的，所以就是我就發現，誒，怎麼會有這樣子一個奇怪的現象呢？所以今天我們想特別來追溯一下這個根源，挑戰您的價值觀，返璞歸真過生活。歡迎收看《10萬個為什麼》，我是你的好朋友路德。在節目一開始提醒大家訂閱我的頻道，並打開小鈴鐺，千萬不要錯過每周五的精彩節目哦。
I think it's interesting. Obviously, we don't have a ton of data, but it does seem like we know, at least between us, quite a few couples who are like that. And I think kind of what I shared a little bit last time about, you know, my own upbringing and maybe the Asian culture, typically very responsible, right? We're very organized, we take responsibility, we you know, most of the time, you know, we are the firstborn, so the firstborn child is typically also very take leadership, responsibility, and I think, I don't know if it's a unknown or somehow the attraction, maybe, you know, because we're used to taking care of people, right? Taking care of our family or our parents or our siblings, then maybe when we meet our spouse, we typically maybe also attract someone we unknowingly will take care of, which a lot of times
we can help them,
right?
我们可以帮助他们
right? Which a lot of times with the neurodivergent, they do tend to need more help, per se. So yeah, it's definitely interesting because at first, before I found out my husband was neurodivergent, I thought it was just culture, and I thought it was personality because I'm the eldest in my family, but my husband is the youngest.
Oh.
So at first I was like, well, I think maybe it's just, you know,
对
the birth order and then the culture, because in Asian culture, we're just always told to take care of someone. But then I think since neurodivergence, but also, you know, a little bit before that, just I'm trying to understand my own upbringing, my own family. I realized, yeah, I think the Asian culture, and especially in the way we were raised to be helpful, to always take care. In some ways, you know, not every person is like this. I'm not saying every Asian family is like this, but for myself, I think I have become very codependent sometimes, where I feel like, you know, in order for me to be worthy, or in order for me to be a good person even, or to feel happy, I need to take care and help someone.
你刚刚講的很重要的一點就是，其實我們可能我們有一點想要被需要，OK，我們的 value， 我們的價值是，我跟你在一起，我覺得你需要我，所以 that make me feel good。
對，
你需要我，對。其實有時候我跟那種能力很強的人在一起，我會有一點，maybe 他真的是非常的能幹，然後事業呀，各方面都很好，也很 organized， 也很會 plan， 但是我覺得好像 somehow 我就覺得。好像我跟他在一起，我沒有辦法幫助他，OK， 所以我就沒有辦法，即便我很欣賞他 ，Yeah， 即便我很欣賞他，我可能也會覺得哇，跟他在一起很棒，但是我就是沒有辦法，好像跟他進到一個 relationship。我跟我的先生剛認識的時候，就有一個很強的一個吸引是，好像我可以幫助他，我覺得在他身上，我看到我自己的很多的優點。然後從他那方面也是，他可能會覺得他很需要一個中國太太，因為我們真的從中國從亞洲來到美國，其實也是經歷過很多的考驗嘛。對，你能夠來到這裡，你能夠在這裡有學業有工作，那證明你已經很獨立，然後也有一定的能力也是很 organized， 很有思想等等。那財務上也比較能夠 就是會去規劃，所以這種人對這些 ADHD 的美國男人來說是很有吸引力的，因為他們很需要這樣子的女人來幫助他們，所以我覺得這個就變成一個很強的一個吸引。那我還想到一點呢，就是我自己的原生家庭，我的爸爸他其實是一個非常負責任的人，他非常的能幹，非常的 organized，他的東西都要擺得很整齊，然後要很乾淨，然後有時候他就變得很 controlling， 他就變得很掌控。那我其實就有一點潛意識，就是我不想要找像我爸爸這樣的人，OK，就是我其實有點怕那種中國男人，就是大男人好像不給我很多的自由，然後總是批評我這樣，我就很不喜歡。所以當我遇到我的先生的時候，他是非常 flexible，他是非常的gentle，讓我覺得很好，就好像感觉被尊重感觉特別是就是讓我覺得很有自由，我可以做我自己想做的事，他不會管我，OK，所以這個也讓我覺得是我很喜歡的一個地方，一個點但是問題又來了，就是進到婚姻以後呢，我又期待他像我爸爸一樣那麼負責任，你知道嗎？愛乾淨，整理家裡，
明白。
所以這個東西就是很矛盾，就是因為沒有人他是完美的，他如果他是一個非常 organized， 他可能就會比較 controlling，對吧？那你又想要他什麼都安排得很好，又不 controlling，這個就是很難嘛。至少我自己原生家庭有給我帶來這樣一個影響。
Yeah, I think as you share, it makes me think it's interesting because it's like kind of emotionally we are attracted to them in one way, but then maybe for them like without knowing, maybe kind of organization or being responsible, kind of more like just kind of life skills. Maybe they feel attracted to us unknowingly. I don't know. I don't know how it all works in the very unspoken way. And then of course, we trust the Lord. So somehow the Lord also allowed all of this to take place. But I think it's definitely interesting. The culture and the neurodivergence and then the emotional aspect, but also the practical, right? I think, and like I said, I think in some ways the marriage meet each person's need. I think for us, we needed the more gentle, the more kind, the, disorganized but just free-spirited person, right? I think we emotionally we want that. So in some ways it meets our needs, but then when it comes to the practical, right, where we actually want someone still to make sure they remember to take out the trash or then it doesn't fit, but then we kind of help them meet that need for them. So it's interesting because I think, when I think about all this that I'm learning, and then I think about, well, what does Jesus think, or what is biblical marriage, right? Ultimately, as we seek to follow Jesus is, I remember taking the personality test, the Myers-Briggs or whatever, right? And I remember someone say, like, when I was in university, that basically Jesus will be all of it. He would be a feeler and a thinker. He would be extrovert and introvert because he is perfect. I think maybe in some of this too is, it's definitely very interesting why there's so many of us in this combination. But maybe a part of it is bringing wholeness to each of us. I think for the neurodivergent, for them to maybe learn to some tools to function and be practically taking care of things, and then maybe for us is to recognize that we don't need to help in order to feel loved or to feel value. But I think there is some kind of trauma bonding. I think for us, maybe we were over-controlled, so we tend to want to have no control, right? I think kind of some swinging that way. But I think it's very interesting, but I think it's also worth for us to talk about because I think obviously there's more than 2 of us in the same category.
Yeah. 对，如果你也是有这樣的婚姻，你也有這樣的先生或者太太的話，我請你在我們的這個視頻下留言。對，我們真的也很想知道，到底有多少是跟我們一樣有這樣子的，特別是跨國婚姻的這樣的 couple。對，這真的是一個很有趣的一個課題，可以去做研究。就是我曾經問過我的先生說，哎，你為什麼喜歡我？你喜歡我什麼地方？他就說，因為你很聰明。然後我就在想，那我喜歡他什麼呢？其實我就在想，我喜歡他的是他的單純。you know，就是因為很多的中國的男人，他們其實給我的感覺就是有點複雜，想太多，然後會有太多的 plan，太多的 strategy，或者這些，就讓我覺得 hold 不住。我們就是我沒有辦法完全去相信他。對，但是我覺得美國的男人，特別像我們中部這個地方，很多人他們都很單純，對，都是基督徒，然後家庭什麼都就是很簡單，他們就是上班下班，也不會想要怎麼樣去很多的 social 這些，所以我覺得可能這個也是當時我們互相吸引的一部分吧，就是他的單純，然後當然有時候就會覺得你太單純了，所以這個就是我在婚姻當中真的要學習說，你不可能得到你所有的，不會得到一個完美的，就像你剛才講了，只有耶穌是完美的，那我們不能期待我們的另一半是耶穌。OK， 那耶穌他其實就在我們的裡面，他其實一直與我們同在，所以就盡量的讓我們從耶穌那裡得到滿足。如果你覺得你的配偶、你的先生會讓你有很多的失望，不妨就常常的跟耶穌來禱告，然後能夠從他得到那個力量。
Yes, and if you are in cross-cultural marriage or have neurodivergence or both or one or the other, let us know because we want to build support and encouragement with one another. So, yeah, please comment or email.
也期待大家可以給我們留言，如果你有什麼問題想要，因為我們也想繼續來做這個話題，我們繼續的學習，然後去理解這樣子的一個婚姻的關係，希望可以做更多的節目來幫助大家。好，那我們今天就聊到這裡咯，謝謝大家的收看，拜拜。